Hello, my name is Mitch and I draw Blood Force, and today we're taking a look at page 24 of issue 2 of Blood Force. And this is wrapping up the Cyberzerk fight. This is the last page of that. And if you enjoy the channel, if you want to support me as an artist, best thing you can do is if you were to open up the description, that gives you a couple of links. First one is to my Patreon, and if you were to subscribe there, that gives you access to all the Blood Force pages, the comics. It also gives you access to all of these videos before they go to YouTube, usually a week or so in advance, and some Patreon exclusives and behind-the-scenes stuff. So, well worth checking out. The other link would take you to my Instagram, and over there you can actually order commissions. Those are open now. We're going to try a thing today where if I don't have anything to say, I'm going to actually cut out that bit, I think. Because these things run long, and after, I think I've done like 50 of these now. Maybe not 50, at least 40 though. I feel like I'm starting to run out of things to say a little bit. So, if I start running out of things to say, watch this be the one where just I'm talking nonstop now. If that happened, so if this thing ended up being 20 minutes, that's just what happened. So maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. But yeah, as I said, this is the Cyberzerk fight. This is the wrap-up. This is a bit of a improvised page a little bit. Like, I tried to come up with a thumbnail for this, but it was tough to figure out because there's a fair amount of dialogue, and it's always tough for me to figure out a thumbnail in advance when there's this kind of dialogue on the page, because you got to figure out, okay, where can I put stuff so that there's enough room to put the word balloons, that sort of thing. And you want to get cool angles in, but at the same time, a lot of cool angles, they tend to, cut off space. So like this one here got kind of tight. I think it's a decent angle. The next one is pretty boring. Kind of a flat side angle, and plenty of room, that kind of thing. So this is where we that's not going to work there. Try to do a tail for the word balloon that went like behind another one, and it just ends up being confusing. So ended up going around. It's like, okay, that makes more sense. So on this one, we're going to find out who hired Cyberzerk, kind of. He doesn't say specifically, but he's pretty descriptive to the point where we should probably be able to figure out who it was. And also that, so him calling everybody traitors and Benedict Arnolds and all that kind of shit is a little bit hypocritical. Now we're just going to get hard holding off Cyberzerk. And this is the kind of stuff that's tough because I want to get a few things going on this page. It's a little bit, what's the word? Candid is the idea. Where you get Hawkstad and Extremis walking into the UN building, and then Fireburn and Hard kind of recovering from the fight and taking Cyberzerk in. And the placement here got a little difficult, actually. It didn't have to be this difficult looking at it. Because I ended up putting Hawkstad's arm in front of the word balloon. Not the arm blades, mind you. Just the arm. Which I thought was kind of funny. But could end up being more than a little confusing, really. But, there was room to move that over to the left there. So I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking. That's it. It is still kind of funny to me, so maybe I was just okay with it. And then end with a fair amount of dialogue. And I thought that was Cyberzerk again for a second. What? And a not particularly fun panel to draw. I don't remember exactly how this page got drawn. I'm going to predict I did this one last. Oh, the third one kind of sucks too. Could be 50-50. I'm going to say this one though. And there we get some classic hard dialogue. It's just always inappropriate. It's not even like dick jokes. He just says dick things over and over. And if it makes me go, oh God, no, then it's probably going in. And trying to figure out what to do, because I wanted to get Maxtremis kind of backlit a little bit here. I don't think I was very successful with that panel, but it's one of those ones where, you know, you try it out and it goes, oh no, that kind of sucks. Okay, well, just finish it and get off this page, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. So we're going to start out with some brushes. I think my brushes are all dying. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some new ones, because these ones here, like, they just go stiff immediately. I don't know if that's a thing where because I was getting to the bottom of the ink well, or the ink pot or whatever. So it might be kind of sludgy there, and just kind of sludging up my brushes. I'm not for sure. They are old brushes, and that hand looks very good considering I didn't turn it over once to try and get a better perspective on it. I'm quite pleased with how that hand turned out. These shadows here also very good. Yeah, no, that whole thing looks great. And it was tough coming up with this angle here too, actually. Not making it like, I don't know, because a lot of the time it ends up being like a very contrived angle if you're trying to get like right in his armpit like this. See, for example, page 18, where we're right like in Hard's hip, pretty much, and it doesn't work, like not even as a fish, I think, but I'm okay with it. And then all this stuff on Hogsnab looks alright. All these kind of random shadows. Oh, looks pretty good. And okay, so we'll start on Cyberzerk now. And this is, like, having to do a close-up on Cyberzerk is a little funny, because you have to ask yourself, okay, so does Cyberzerk have a nose? And it would appear that he doesn't. I like to think that his face is, his mask is so tight that it just mashes that nose down. I think that's probably the case. And then he's giving it the whole, hey, yo, why are we even fighting? Come on, calm down, bud. Wasn't that big a deal. And another fist here. I'm trying to get better at drawing the fist, because it's a requirement, right? Like, even if you can't draw a fist, you better have a formula of some kind if you're going to be drawing image-type comics. Because you're going to be drawing a lot of fucking fists. And get those cracks in the wall too. Not bad. This page ends up feeling kind of gray. There's not a lot of black in it. That does get fixed on the next one at least, but for now it's a little, it feels kind of unfinished. But it's a good example of setting up a good black balance can be important. And part of it is these kind of candid, boring shots. You know, you get a lot of these shots with them from the side or, you know, them standing out in pretty much full light. You can still find a way to fit in some shadows, I'm sure, but I don't know about those blades. Ooh, those tendons look alright though. I like that. But I don't remember drawing these too well. Every once in a while it's like, oh yeah, no, I remember this part, but a lot of the time it's like, hey, good job. I like that. You should do that more often. Considering I don't remember how I did it now, it's like, well, I guess that won't happen, but... Yeah, these are more kind of just line drawings. It's, yeah, they could do with some more dramatic lighting, I think. And then we get Hogstab trying to act all tough and shit. Like he didn't just get kicked in the face. Immediately. upon trying to enter a fight. That was a pretty big fight, too. I mean, this is page 24. The fight basically started on page 17. Yeah, that's a long sequence. No, that's not enough. I think part of the problem with the lack of black on this page is some of the outlines aren't thick enough. I think that's something I will probably address here, maybe? Maybe not. And we get to draw Max Streamus in the background. And the post ended up looking pretty good, I think. Really threw that hip in there. But, you know, she's doing the classic Jim Lee leg lift. And trying to get that new look on her hair there, the how it's set up, where it's a bit more like layers of cloth almost. I kind of like how that's looking. And they get the shinies in. Now we basically had to have Max Streamus come in here at the end, because in the next panel she's going to be walking into the UN building, so I needed to figure something out. This is what I mean when I say a lot of this was improv. Because didn't really, when I'm writing it, it's not occurring to me necessarily that, oh yeah, no, you know, we need to kind of keep track of Max Streamus. I do like this shot of Fireburn here. Well, everything here needs to be thickened up. I'm not sure if I did that. If I didn't, then that's probably one of the reasons this page doesn't work for me as well. But yeah, that, you know, chest thrust out, deformed back, you know, looking out to the side. That all looks pretty good. Very, very stretched and everything. Yeah, those outlines just need to be a little thicker. Looks like I got it a little bit there. It's not bad. And this is not what the UN Secretariat building looks like. I don't think this is even the main UN building exactly. I think this is more of like a visitor center. I'm not sure. I think the UN building's the big blue building in the background, actually. But that's okay. I'll fix it up a bit more in the next issue, maybe. Or not. Have you ever been to the UN? Probably not, right? You might have. It's possible. But I haven't. And I refuse to do it correctly. So yeah, there's him pointing, which in a pretty good pose, actually. And then, yeah, there's the blades behind the word balloons. Like, that's a little weirdly meta. And we get, Cyberzerk here doing his best. Is it Vigo? Out of John Wick, just being like, cool it, cool it, cool it, cool it. All good here, don't need to escalate. And Hard holding him up by his hair. He really does not look very intimidating when he's just kind of like, you know, just walking normally and trying to, yeah, calm everybody down from the situation that he started. That's got to be embarrassing. When you start a fight and you get whooped and you get pulled out by your hair. Oh, that's terrible. By a gigantic dude who keeps saying dick things. Maybe that's a little more than embarrassing. I don't know. Now we get this pose again from Hard. This was around page, I want to say 16 of issue 1. I feel like we're going to get these every once in a while where he's just kind of bending over and like listening to somebody. And I think I fucked up his lower body here. Because those underpants look way too high. like, or way too just tall. They're fine where they sit on his body, but like, yeah, it looks like he's got an elongated midsection. We have pretty good poses from everybody here so far. Don't forget the cracks, just to make sure everybody knows where everybody is in the geography. I feel like I was fairly consistent on that at least. And now you get to draw Maxtremus last, of course. And just the most dramatic pose possible. But still trying to get that hair treatment in there. I think it looks alright. And yeah, that looks okay. And then I don't know what the front door looks like for the UN building. I looked it up after. It's like, oh, not really much like that. Okay, this is more like a public school. Probably should have done some shines or something somewhere, so it's not just a black mass. Oh well. There you go, straighten that shit up. I mean, you can tell what it's supposed to be. If you color it, it's fine. And again, I want off this page at this point. What'd I miss? Did I miss something up here? There we go. Missed the fourth panel. And I was correct. We did indeed do it last. Nobody knows my laziness like me. Well, not laziness, just the stuff I don't want to draw. And this weird angle with three dudes from the back, close up of Maxtremus' face, and like I don't even know, like I almost don't even know what it's gonna look like, even in the pencil stage. And I gotta try and figure out the close up of his hair, which didn't look quite as good here. It looks okay, but you know. And I still haven't figured out this backlighting, and I think I fuck it up here, where I just kind of hatch it out. Just taking a look here. Like, I'm not happy with it. I don't know. I feel like it didn't need to be there. It's the kind of thing you probably do it in coloring if you're going to do it again. Or if I were going to do it again. I don't know what you would do. Leave a comment in below about what you would do in that again event. I got this weird, I think like doubling almost with the camera. I think I turned the sharpness up too high. I did put that back down to normal. I think I reverted that, so hopefully the next one comes out better. Now we get to draw just the best thing ever, which is fucking hard at a weird angle from the back. It actually wasn't too bad. And because he's so small, you know, it's not a lot to fill in. It's just a pain in the ass to figure out exactly what it should look like. And then they're going to be walking towards the Bloodbird too, actually, I think. Oh good, I did think of that outline. That looks better. Very good. Muscles weren't exactly realistic, but it's, you know, again, far away. I don't think it really matters that much. And yeah, I think we're a couple of days in between on on this here, because I really didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to touch this at this point. So God damn it, just get me off of here. Although this pose by Cyberzerk is kind of funny. He's like, yeah, no, we're cool. Don't yank it. No. I don't know if there's nerves in there. Probably not, but, you know. And now I get to figure out what the hell we're doing with the Bloodbird. What does it even look like from this angle? I don't think I quite got that. Just put a bunch of fins. Yep. Like that. a little bit of shadow underneath. That looks okay. And then once I did that, I went, oh, I should put shadows under all of them too, shouldn't I? It's amazing how many woods there are in the Blood Force universe. And try to put some like scorch marks and stuff in the grass. And that should just about do it, I think. Okay, so that is the finished page there. Decent overall. Not too much that was really disappointing. I put in a bit more detail on that front door and the third panel there. I don't think it's the best looking page. It doesn't look bad though at all. It's just kind of serviceable and, you know, fair amount of dialogue looking at that. And it gets you through to the next page. And that's all it really needed to do. So, you know, it's fine. The next page is a bit more fun. Now we get to back to Popo for the end of the issue for 3 pages. So that'll be good stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification so you know when I drop the next one. Go and follow me on Twitter if you bother with Twitter. Or better yet, go and subscribe on Patreon. That's where all the Blood Force pages are. That's where all of the videos go before they get uploaded to YouTube. And that's where all of the behind the scenes and the Patreon exclusive stuff goes. So, well worth checking out. Or you can go over to my Instagram and you can see about giving me money and I will give you a drawing. That's how commerce works. Let's do that shit. Let's all get in on that shit. But yeah, no, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.